Okay. My hair looks a little crazy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the channel, Shelly's Millions, where we talk about budget, finance, money, and anything that you want to talk about finance-wise. So let me know in the chat. We're doing this a little bit differently today because I normally use StreamYard when I stream, but it was not working today. So we're actually back to just the YouTube platform. So we're going to see how that goes. Also, those of you who know that I manage a movie theater. So we're going to be looking at the grosses of Wicked. I think we have to today because it's money related and movie related. And then also, I want to talk about the likelihood of the Trump stimulus checks. I know that there's been a lot in the news recently since we last talked about that. Let me see if I have a way. I do have a way to share my screen, it looks like. Okay, good. I can share a tab. Um, I'm sorry, I'm getting re-familiar with how to stream just using the YouTube platform. And good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is the last weekend, the last live before Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'm going to be, I normally go live with my mom on Thanksgiving. I don't know if we're going to do that this year. And the reason why is my mom just doesn't actually like it. And my best friend who comes over for Thanksgiving gives me a lot of grief about it. I really enjoy being there for you guys, talking with you guys, seeing what you guys are up to, and making you guys feel like you're part of my family. But it's making the rest of my family annoyed with me. So it's a balance. Also, this is not a wedding ring. I've got one of those Aura rings that manages your sleep and all of that. So I just started wearing it about a week ago, and I'm curious what kind of data it gives. It's already told me, oh, what's going on with my phone? Anyway, it's already basically told me that a non-routine schedule is not good. Let's see. It says your overall readiness is good, but looks like your sleep schedule has been quite inconsistent. Don't worry, sometimes life can get in the way of regular rhythms. However, a consistent sleep schedule can help maintain healthy metabolism and improve daytime energy levels. So, if you're up for it, you can tweak your schedule with small improvements. Find a wake up time that works for you on most days, also on weekends. Adjust your bedtime accordingly so that you get enough sleep for your needs. Don't sweat it if you break your routine. Sometimes your sleep schedule is out of your hands. Then it's just important that you get enough sleep, either in one or several chunks during the day and night. If you're new to the channel, I manage a movie theater. And so last weekend, I was at work at 8 a.m. This weekend, my shift started at 5 and I got off at 2 a.m. So it really varies. And that Aura ring is picking up on it. Okay, so let's see if I can share. I feel like you guys want to talk about the $2,000 stimulus check first, but let's get the fun. Well, I mean, $2,000 would be fun, but it's been quite a fun movie weekend. So let me see if I can share the numbers with you on the grosses for Wicked. Okay, 1 second to figure out how to share. Okay. So how does this look on the streaming page? Oh, cool. Okay. I feel like this is actually kind of fine. All right. So, also, someone had asked if I have seen Wicked for Good yet, and I have not seen it yet. Um, there's a couple things that I need to do today, and I'm already like going into the day a little tired because I didn't get a full 8 hours sleep last night. But so the things that I need to get done today are number one, I need to clean my room and I need to clean off the table in the kitchen so that there is room for us to actually eat Thanksgiving. And we normally play Monopoly or we play, it's called Ticket to Ride, but we call it the train game. Um, we normally play some board games and things on Did I say Christmas Day? Thanksgiving Day. We do that on Christmas Day too, but, Thanksgiving Day, so I need to make sure that the table is clear, and right now it's got a bunch of junk on it. So that's thing number 1 is just cleaning up my space so that I'm prepared for Thanksgiving, and then thing number 2, I don't remember thing number 2. Thing number 2 that we potentially wanna do today is go see Wicked for Good. Also, if we have time, I made some content for my movie theater, and I think I'm allowed to share where I work now, so I will probably share a cute little thing that I did, for social media. Okay, so Wicked for Good, grossed $150 million, which is more than the first one did. The number 2 and I have not seen it yet. So I read the book a long time ago, probably, oh my god, like, I might have still been floor staff. So I read Wicked when it first came out. That the author, Gregory Maguire, I wanna say, he has all sorts of books. He's got, like, Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister, which is like his version of the Cinderella story. He really has looked at a lot of the fairy tales and reimagined them. So I really loved the book back then when I read it. Then the play came out, and I like musicals and I like plays. So I went to go watch it, but I went to go see it with the guy I was dating, and he was not into musicals or plays, and so I kinda had to, like, force him to go, and I'm not sure if I didn't like it because he was in a mood, right? You guys know how when you drag someone to do something that they don't really wanna do, and they're not saying that they're not having a good time, but, like, everything about they're doing indicates that they're not having a good time. So he was pulling one of those, and so I'm not sure if I didn't like it because of the way he was acting or if I just didn't like it because it wasn't as good as the book. Then, so I didn't like the play. I know that's not a popular opinion, but that was what's true for me. Then I saw the first part of the movie and I thought it dragged a little bit. But it could have also just been that, like, I was working crazy during the holidays and that could have been it. Um, and then people online are saying that they're saying like, "Oh, they kind of like drug out everyone's out shopping." They could be. Isn't that a good thing though? Do I have a way to pin your comment like I do? I can pin the message. Interesting. So we can pin the message, but I can't put it on screen. What are they buying? Also, you guys, since this is a finance channel, I would like to say a few things about Black Friday. Number 1, I wouldn't they say that it's not on sale if you weren't planning on buying it anyway. So, um, if you weren't planning on buying new slippers anyway, you don't need new slippers just because 'cause they're $5. And also, I have a 1 in, 2 out rule, so if I do want personally, if I wanted a pair of new slippers, 1 pair in, 2 pairs out. It's just one way. I live in a pretty small space, so that's how I try to limit the amount of things that I accumulate. Um, so yeah, just be careful. Oh, shopping for Thanksgiving food, maybe. My mom always says if you don't go get it pretty quickly that, they'll run out. So I feel like this is the last weekend day before Thanksgiving, so I feel like the stores are gonna be super crowded. My mom and I are done with our Thanksgiving shopping. Okay, so Wicked for Good. The online reviews have like, they've been mixed from what I've seen. I've seen, oh, they took the second half of the play, which is the worst half of the play, and they found a way to drag it out into a whole 2.5 hour long movie, and the second half of the play wouldn't have been 2.5 hours, right? So there's that. Then, but other people are like, "Oh, I brought Kleenex, it was so good." So I don't know. I know that I'll probably go see it. We might go see that with my mom today. I hope that My theater was a little bit slow this weekend, so hopefully it was just that everybody's getting caught up on their Christmas shopping. You earned points for a free turkey breast, 6 pounds for $24. That is awesome. Um, Pin that comment. Hang on, I'm still getting used to doing this. Replace pin message. Okay. That is awesome that you got. Where did you get the free turkey? I know a lot of people are looking for good deals on that. I know that I think the cheapest place that I saw for this week was actually Smart and Final. I think if you spend $25, it might be $50 there, then you get it for 57 cents a pound. That is the cheapest that I have seen it. But then my mom was saying at Amazon Fresh that it was like 49 cents a pound with a 25 or $50 purchase. So there's definitely deals to be had. Okay, so regardless of what I've heard about Wicked for Good, it is outgrossing the first Wicked film. So more people are going. Definitely people are saying that they needed to bring tissues and all of that kind of stuff. I'm a big crier, so I'm sure that I will cry when I'm watching the movie. We're selling all the cool merchandise at my theater, and that's like the little thing that I did on social media if you guys want to see it. Let's see here. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. So Wicked for Good, obviously the number one movie. Then Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the number two movie. Predator Badlands was the number three movie. The number four movie is The Running Man. Number five movie, Rental Family. Number six, I think it's just Sisu, Road to Revenge. Number seven, Regretting You. Number eight, Nuremberg. Number nine, Black Phone 2. And number 10, Sarah's Oil. So that's the top 10 movies this week. Okay, let me see. Rental Family looks scary. I thought it was supposed to be a comedy. I don't know. I don't really watch scary movies. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can show you the little piece of social media I did for my company. Is this still showing as I log in? Yes. Okay, hold on. We're trying to get to Instagram here. Let's do login with Facebook, maybe. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Aw. Okay, so where is my story? So let's see here. It's a little piece of content that I did. Is it frozen? No. Ah. Oh, it's not showing up. Let's see here. We have the new Wicked for Good popcorn buckets, and they're so good, you're not going to want to toss them away. Okay, well, there was a lag on that, but you guys get the point. Okay. What else did I want to pull up? Trump stimulus checks. Okay, I lost connection, but I think that I'm back now. Sorry about that. So I'm getting used to using just the YouTube streaming platform, and it is a bit different than I'm used to. So I accidentally, that was my fault, not YouTube's fault. Okay, but I'm back. Hopefully, you guys can see me. Okay. Steve says, my neighbor gave me a 12-pound ham that they gave him from work. They don't eat ham. That's so nice. That's so nice. I'm so glad to hear that. My mom looks forward. So my mom likes to go to the food bank. We did go to the food bank for Thanksgiving. She wouldn't have had to, but she likes to. So, and she is qualified. So she went, I went with her because I had to drive her there. Um, but it was like a 2-hour long line to get the turkey and all the sides. But like you did get all the sides. They were out of a few things by the time we got through the line, but we got the turkey, we got I think like two potatoes, we got a pie. They ran out of pie early. But yeah, definitely check out your food banks this week if you're still in need, and hopefully there's good neighbors. So that's super sweet that they did that for you. Okay, let's see. All right, I don't the scary movie is The Housemaid. Yes, that sounds more accurate. Okay, let me see here. We're gonna try and find information on the Trump stimulus. And let me know, are you guys gonna see Wicked? Do you guys a lot of families watch movies over the holidays. Um, and I should say there are things that I wanna look at. So, every year, Target does, like, a Black Friday special where you can get, like, $10 off of 50 of gift cards, and if you're gonna be shopping at Target anyway, that's a really great thing. I'm still doing something called Fetch. Let me know if you want me to, like, drop my link. Hold on. So I'm doing Fetch, and you get, like, points for playing games, you get points for, um, snapping pictures of receipts for things that you're buying, and what I like about Fetch is it's not like the other like, receipt apps, you don't have to pick anything in advance. Like, I literally can do a gas station receipt, I can do, like, a parking receipt, I can do Trader Joe's, like, anything, and it just awards you 25 points. And then sometimes there's programs that where you get bonus points, but it automatically does it, so I really like it. But hi, Richard, thank you for saying hi to me and my mom. I was just saying that I'm not sure if we're gonna go live this Thanksgiving because she doesn't really like it, and then my roommate really hate my best friend who, like, rents the garage, I call them my roommate. They really hate they don't hate, but they're like, "What about your real family?" They're like, "Okay, this is, like, your internet family, but, like, your real family's right here, and you need to pay attention to them." So, they really give me a little bit of a hard time about going live with you guys. So, we'll play it by ear. If they're in the mood, then we'll go live. If they're not in the mood, I might not go live with my mom, but she is good. She will be cooking Thanksgiving this year. I actually have the whole day off, which is rare. I normally so I get time and a half if I work on Thanksgiving, and I really like that helps me reach my financial goals, right? Shelly's Millions. Um, but this year I decided like, it's hard for me to have made this decision. It's not hard, but, like, I like that extra money. It's a lot of money. And I decided to prioritize spending time with my family versus prioritizing that extra money. So, for the first time, and I don't know how long, I'm gonna not worry about getting that extra money on Thanksgiving, which feels so crazy for me to say. But I do think spending the time with the family is important, and our shifts are different. So the shifts this year would be like 11 a.m. to 7:30 or 5 o'clock to like 2 a.m. And we normally eat at 5. So my old theater, we used to have, like, an early morning set, and I would go in with my boss at 9 AM, and we'd both get off at 5, and we ate a ton of pie before we ever even got home, and then I would come home, and I would have, like, second Thanksgiving. So, yeah, but since I don't get off, like, close to or since I wouldn't start around, like, a good eating time, like, I just thought that, like, it would probably be better to take the time off. Okay. Thank you everybody for saying happy Thanksgiving. Hi, Miss Pretty Lady. Always good to see you. Hi, Joy and Joey. Always nice to see you as well. So for the first time in a while, I'm just using the regular YouTube streaming. I'm not using the StreamYard. It wouldn't load this morning. Okay, let's see here. Donald Trump stimulus. No, hang on. Sorry. We're getting too close to Black Friday. So let's see. Target gift card Black Friday. So every year Target does like this really kind of crazy deal on their gift cards. Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. They want the connection enough to say something. Yeah, that is such a good point. And like I really enjoy the community here on the channel, but I don't think it's quite as needed as it was. When I first started doing that, it was during the pandemic. We were told like don't leave your house, don't go see your family. I remember questioning whether my mom should even come over during Thanksgiving, and she was like, "If you can't even leave your house to see your family on the holidays, like, is this even, like, worth living?" kind of. Um, so she really wanted to be here, and she was, and but I think having that sense of family outside of your family was more important during the pandemic when we weren't supposed to leave. I think a lot of people did kind of spend the holidays alone. I know that they still do. And I like being here for those people. I like showing that my family's chaotic also. Um, and just building that sense of community. But yes, yes, they have said something. Okay, Steve says, "You 3D print lithophane pictures for Christmas gifts. I can't make them until I get Thanksgiving pictures. I'm on hold for a week making gifts." That is a super cool gift idea. Okay, we're gonna look into this Target Black Friday deal because, like, getting toilet paper from Target. I actually probably have not been to a Target in a while, but okay, 3 days ago. So every year they do this thing where they discount a lot of money on gift cards. I wanna say it was like a $50 gift card. Alright, let's see here. Let's see the AI generated response. The first 100 guests at each store can receive a tote bag with a chance to find a $100 gift card. Additionally, there have been specific card promotions such as getting a $50 gift card with the purchase of a MetaQuest 3 headset. No, we do not need that. Um There's Disney gift cards, Black Friday gift cards. Do gift cards go on sale on Black Friday? Free gift card with purchase, Target gift cards. Let's see this Disney thing because I actually do go to Disneyland, so I'm gonna see what this is. We're gonna look at Reddit, I suppose. Am I sharing this screen even? Yes. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Disney gift card discount arrives at Target before Black Friday. I've been buying $100 in gift cards today to get the Target $10 gift card. I got stopped after 10 gift cards. Maybe I just need to try again tomorrow. Also, I added one of the gift cards to my holiday wish list and then bought it there. Got $15 Target Circle rewards. I'm going to use my gift cards to buy my kids Crocs, which are 40% off today. All right. Thanks, I just got one $100 with Target Red card to save 5% and then got the additional $10 gift card in my mail. Just to clarify, you paid $95 for the gift card and still received the $10 Target card. Is there or exclusions? You got stopped from buying more than 10 from the cashier. Why not just cash out and go to another register? I did it online. I was only able to buy 10 $100 gift cards. My 11th order was canceled. I haven't tried since. You were able to buy multiple in the same Target Circle account. I was curious if it would stop giving the $10 after one. So it looks like oh, it's the $10 gift card. Very rare finding, even rarer after COVID. If you're going to use that Target credit, this is a good deal. In 2023, you got them from BJ's at about 6%. Okay, do you need to buy them as separate transaction, or do you get a $10 gift card for each $100 gift card in your cart? From when I filled my cart, it looks like it needed. Okay. I'm limited to 2. Both got canceled. Looks like they're enforcing the limit now. My orders after 2 were canceled. Somebody else made it to 10, but 11 got canceled. You were going to buy 3 $500 gift cards today. Has anyone tried similar? I was hoping to get 150 in gift cards. They have to be in increments of 100 to get 10 back. So that's if you're going to do Disney. It's not a bad deal though if you're going. Okay, let's see here. What other? Does Target give a 5% discount on gift cards? Yes, you can get 5% off specialty gift cards like for the Target Circle card. It doesn't apply to Target's own gift cards. How to get a 20% discount? You can get by signing up for a Target Circle account. How to get a Target gift card for free. Using apps like Fetch. Okay. How often do Target gift cards go on sale? $50 off Target. We spend 50 or more purchases. So if I'm going to be using these stores anyway, I like to do it, and then that's where I get my toilet paper from. Okay. Let's see here. Screen went black on your side. I don't know if it's just on your side. You left and came back. Oops, it works again. You didn't know you could share your screen using regular YouTube. What? Yeah, so I'm using regular YouTube, and it's pretty intuitive after using StreamYard, but I can't put your comments on screen. I can pin them at the top so people kind of know what I'm talking about. So right now I'm hitting replace pinned message. I did lose connection earlier though. And yeah, I'm sharing my screen on YouTube. So that was one of the big things I think that I was doing StreamYard for. So I actually, even though it should still be working today, I couldn't get my StreamYard account to load. So I just went ahead and went live today, and I kind of needed to do that anyway because engage with my audience. Oh, you can start a Q&A, start a poll, let my viewers weigh in. This is interesting. Okay, let's do a poll. Ask a question. Are you all set for Thanksgiving? Well, how does this work? All right. Okay. So, can I answer the poll? I think yes. Oops. No. Oh no. Okay. So yeah, I'm just playing around with some of the features and doing a poll and things like that. Okay. So, I like to use the Target gift card promos or Fetch to get like a CVS gift card, and then that's where I get my toilet paper. So I'm going to say that I pretty much get my toilet paper for free. So on Fetch, I got a $50 gift card for Target last time. And I think I'm about 5,000 points away from being able to get a second gift card, but when I do, also my mom says we're low on toilet paper, so I need to figure out how to get those 5,000 points without doing any spending that I wasn't already going to do on the double so that we've got toilet paper. Um, but yeah, that's I like to find like hacks for getting free toilet paper, and all I'm doing is scanning receipts. So I really like that. Okay, let's see here. Our I'm typing, are we getting $2,000 Trump stimulus checks? Because the way, where, hold on, let me Google it. And then, okay, 1 day ago. Okay. The Oklahoman, 3 days ago. Trump gives timeline. Yahoo Finance. 5 hours ago, though. Okay, we're going to do that one. So, did it go black again? I don't know. Okay, so I want to look into if we're going to be getting those stimulus checks. Oh, it says fatal flaw. I mean, there will be a point where it's happening for sure, but that point is not yet. So I'm just going to, until proposal comes with 3 potentially fatal flaws. So the key points are Donald Trump oversaw payments during the height of COVID-19. On November 9th, he outlined a proposal to dole out tariff stimulus payments of at least $2,000 to qualifying taxpayers, excluding high earners. And although Trump's tariff stimulus plan would provide short-term benefits, it could easily backfire in a number of ways. Okay. Here's the thing is that like a lot of people do not care about the short term. They care about, or they don't care about the long term consequence. Okay. Um, no, this is maybe not the article that I want. I want more of like the timeline. Okay. Changes commonplace. Okay. No. All right, we're gonna try a different article because this is not the one with the kind of information. Let's try this Arizona Central. Who's getting the $2,000 stimulus check? Latest update. Okay, let's try this one. We have details and it's past. It's not necessarily actually happening. Stimulus checks are direct payments the federal government sends to Americans during times of economic strain, intending to boost spending, stabilize households, and help keep the economy moving. The last round of true federal stimulus checks went out in 2020, received up to 1,400 as part of the American Rescue Plan. Since then, no national stimulus checks have been approved, despite many social media claims suggesting otherwise. So, why are stimulus checks suddenly everywhere in the news again? A mix of political proposals and misinformation. At the same time, talk of tariff rebate payments and Doge checks have stirred confusion, even though none of them. Here's everything to know about the suggested $2,000 stimulus check. Are we getting a stimulus check? As of mid November 2025, no new federal stimulus checks have been authorized by Congress, and the IRS has confirmed that no additional payments are scheduled for 2025. Because, oh, I closed an ad and then I lost. No. Okay, I gotta go back. Okay, don't close that ad, is apparently the. Well, I wish I wouldn't have closed that ad because now it's made it so that I can't do it. Anyway, it's saying no new national stimulus checks have been approved despite many. I hate a paywall. That's so annoying. I'm trying to share the article and give you guys information and then it just stops me. Okay. Yes. So Stu says, wouldn't a stimulus defeat the use of tariffs? Yes, and it's so tricky because I started to say that um I wouldn't I started to say that I don't necessarily think that stimulus checks are a good idea, right? I think they defeat or that they offset any gains that we got by doing the tariffs. And we pay the tariffs, right? We pay that. It's not like the foreign countries. So it makes the things that we're buying more expensive for us. So I don't like that. I don't like things getting more expensive for us. But if we're doing this to like generate money to pay down the national deficit, but we just give it back to the people, they're actually saying that there's not enough money and that like if we gave everybody $2,000 that it would be more than we've made for the tariffs. So I don't think it's a good idea. Like it's so hard for me to say like, "Hey, I don't think we should get money," right? It's so hard for me to say that. I think that I think a lot of people, myself included, could use $2,000 all at once. I think it would be really nice to have. For some people, I think it's really needed, but I don't think that it helps the president get to the goal that he said he was trying to achieve by enacting the tariffs. So that is the issue that I have with it. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. And then, hold on. Okay. Um, oh my goodness, I'm getting a lot of spam comments, which sucks. I'm sorry that it's doing like the spinning wheel of death. So maybe, I don't know, maybe using just regular YouTube is not as good as using StreamYard for my lives, but I don't think I'm continuing StreamYard. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I think that the stimulus could kind of defeat the use of the tariffs. But I think that a lot of people, myself included, could really use an extra $2,000. So I'm not sure, it's tricky. Okay, let me try and find an article that gives a better timeline on this. The Oklahoman, maybe. Fox News, these are all YouTube videos. CNN, okay. Oof. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. We're not going to like this, but okay. 4 reasons you probably won't get a $2,000 check from Trump. Not to close any of these ads, I guess. Raising hopes of thousands of dollars for individuals of moderate income and middle income. Although Trump has suggested these checks are essentially a done deal, the reality is there are major, perhaps insurmountable obstacles standing in the way. Experts tell CNN it's improbable the federal government will send out $2,000 checks next year unless it looks like the economy needs to be rescued from an imminent recession. It's highly unlikely there is some sort of stimulus check sent out next year. I would be pretty shocked. Lynn Sakome, vice president of general economics at the Cato Institute, told CNN in a phone interview. Bettors on prediction platform Polymarket seems to agree. They place just an 11% chance that Trump creates a tariff dividend by March 31st. The math doesn't math, which I think Steve was saying. Perhaps the biggest obstacle is the numbers don't add up. Trump's new tariffs are, oh, sorry, I missed a sentence. Trump tariffs are undoubtedly generating gobs of money for the federal government. Trump's new tariffs are projected to raise 158 billion in total revenue and another 207.5 billion in. It's hard to say exactly how much tariff dividend checks will cost because virtually no details have been released. Still, the Tax Foundation modeled 3 different designs for tariff dividends, and all of them would cost more than the new tariffs are projected to bring in this year. For instance, if the checks went out only to tax filers and spouses and had a hard cutoff at 100,000 in individual income, they would still cost 279.8 billion. That's 121 billion more than projected new tariff revenue this year. At the high end of the scenarios analyzed, tariff dividends could go out to tax filers and non-filers as well as spouses and dependents. That would cost up to $606.8 billion, or nearly double the combined 2025 and 2026 projected new tariff revenue. That's a problem because the Trump administration has already held up tariff revenue as a way to offset the cost of the sweeping tax and spending package Trump signed into law earlier this year. This is like the magic money tree. You just go to it anytime you need money. Of course, that's not reality. The votes may not be there. Another major problem is Congress would need to sign off on dividend checks, and that is far from clear there are the votes for that. Deficit hawks were already reluctant to back the president's tax law, and this would only magnify budget worries. I find it extremely implausible that Republican budget hawks are just going to be okay with blowing another $300 billion to $600 billion. And I'm not reading the man's name who that quote is from because I can't say his name. Lynn Sacome. Okay. After topping 34 trillion for the first time in January 2024, the national debt has continued to mount, hitting 38 trillion late last month. Dividend checks could backfire. There's no doubt many Americans could use $2,000 checks from Uncle Sam as they struggle to catch up to high prices at the grocery store, on car insurance, and elsewhere. However, some economists warn that stimulus checks could backfire by worsening the affordability crisis. The problem is that while some people may use the money to pay down debt, others would likely spend it, and that would increase demand, as the last inflation crisis demonstrated. Boosting demand without increasing supply drives up prices. Look at these AI pants, guys. Look at that. That's no way that's real. But it's kind of funny. Okay, anyway, got distracted by the AI cat pajamas. Okay. In fact, many Republicans blame former President Joe Biden's 2021 stimulus checks for causing the inflation crisis. That could make it difficult for those same lawmakers to support Trump-era stimulus checks. Academic research has found those stimulus checks contributed to the 4-decade high in inflation, though they were hardly the only factor. Trillions of dollars in other stimulus, including Trump's 2020 stimulus checks and the Paycheck Protection Program, also contributed. Even some Trump-friendly economists are highly skeptical. Sending out checks to people is a bad way to stimulate the economy. Stephen Moore, co-founder of Unleash Prosperity and a former Trump economic advisor, told CNN in an email, if there is a tariff revenue, that should only be used to cut income taxes across the board. Stimulus checks only stimulate inflation. Additionally, redeveloping tariff revenue to pay for dividend payments risks sparking a revolt among the so-called bond vigilantes that drive up treasury yields that set a benchmark for a number of loan rates. That in turn would make it even more expensive for small businesses to borrow and home buyers to get a mortgage. What Congress and Trump are trying to do with stimulus, the bond market could take away instantly, said Ed Mills. That's one reason stimulus checks are normally reserved for actual emergencies, like the 2008 financial crisis or the 2020 pandemic. Supreme Court could wipe out tariff revenue beyond the budget, political and economic obstacles. There are legal ones too. Most Supreme Court justices during oral arguments earlier this month sounded skeptical about Trump's reliance on emergency powers to impose his global tariffs. The Tax Foundation estimates the tariffs that could get struck down account for about 75% of the new tariff revenue coming in. If the Supreme Court says the bulk of the tariffs are illegal, that could throw a wrench in the tariff rebate plan. Yeah, it sure could. For all those reasons, investors and economists on Wall Street are hardly counting the arrival of the $2,000 tariff dividend checks in 2026. We've learned that the late night truth socials are not a direct line to reality. Break the glass moment. However, one way the Trump's $2,000 dividend checks could become a reality is if they become a necessity and the job market intensifies and the unemployment rate climbs significantly. The White House could argue direct payments are necessary to prevent a recession or minimize the damage of one. It's almost like we shouldn't want stimulus checks to happen because it would be an indicator of something wrong. This is a break the glass, use in case of an emergency tool. So yeah, that's kind of yeah, those are sort of my thoughts as well. Have to say about it. Okay, Steve said, I tracked items I bought before tariffs, and in September the prices are up crazy. Um, so crazy. I don't want this ad up here. Okay, that I hate that. Okay, you guys, I have been exercising more and eating better, but I am still taking medicine that's helping me lose my weight. A worker gave me this book, Life is Messy, and I highly recommend it. Um, it's kind of about positive thinking and viewing things a little bit differently and not being quite as negative. Um, and then the other things that I'm doing to like hack my finances are I'm really, really optimizing all my credit cards this year. I'm making sure that like I get the most cash back or the most points possible. So I've optimized the credit cards for that. And what I mean by that is I have a credit card and I'm not ready, but if you do have them, try and optimize them and try and pay off the bill in full at the end of every month. So I have a credit card that pays me 6% back on groceries and like entertainment streaming services. It also gives me a $10 a month credit back on I have Disney Plus. I use Disney Plus. So it gives me $10 a month back. It cost $95 a year. But because I'm getting 120 back, it's already like they're giving me $25 for free kind of. And then because of the 6% back on groceries, every month I get between 12 and I think this month I have almost $30 coming back on groceries. And then I have a really expensive travel credit card that I do think I'm getting value of, but like I've had it for a while and I'm not sure I was actually getting the most value out of it. They do this $300 hotel credit, right? And there's all these like reminders, like if you have an Amex Platinum, make sure to use your credits, make sure to do this before the end of the year. And I I'm watching myself on screen and I'm lagging. Um, you can get a hotel room for just one night. They'll give you a $300 credit, and that might not be a good deal because some of the hotels are really expensive. But then you also get a $100 food and beverage credit to use. So I'm thinking that if, and I already mentioned earlier in this that I go to Disneyland a lot. So I might get a hotel by Disneyland, stay for one night. You also, so you get, and I want to say it's like $374 to stay in a hotel by Disneyland for one night, which is crazy expensive. But one of the credit cards I have would give me $300 back, which would make the stay only $74. And then you get free breakfast. So I'd get that meal paid for. And my mom's been wanting to go to buffet. So if I take my mom with me, then we get two free breakfast. So that almost makes it worth it. But then you also get another $100 hotel credit to like use at their restaurants. So if you factor that in, it seems like a good deal. And I'd be getting points and miles for that. So I just want to try and like make sure I'm using all my credits and just optimizing that the best I can. And I would really recommend anybody else take some time and make sure that they're set up for optimizing as well. Okay. This is so rough. I like to think the credit card that pays me 6% back on my groceries, I kind of like to look at it as though it's kind of offsetting those inflation cost. So that's how I look that up. But like 14% is kind of crazy. I'm trying to replace the pin message with this one. Okay. What? Um, hmm. It's terrible that The prices are up 14.5%. I wish I would have had my receipts, and I wish I could have done that. Something else that I'm thinking about doing to optimize my finances as we go into 2026 is I do want to change my health plan to the high deductible health plan and get that triple tax savings benefit. Joel. Oh, this is another way I'm optimizing my money by not getting a new car. So I'm doing good. My Prius C is doing good. I love it. It is still running strong. I think it's now 2023. At the end of 2023, the hybrid battery went out at almost 100,000 miles, kind of just like clockwork. And it cost almost $3,000 to replace it, and it happened right before I was going on a big vacation. Um, so that was a bummer, but that thing is under warranty for 3 years, so I figure I have at least till the end of 2026 until I have to start thinking about major car repairs again. The car's running great. It's got about 150,000 miles on it. Um, yeah, and I'm planning on running it into the ground. Toyotas often make it to 300,000 miles. I don't know about hybrids. Like I said, I did have to redo my hybrid battery in 2023. So, um, but it's under warranty for a whole nother little bit of time. Okay, Joel says, I would not get a new car at all right now because of it being so expensive. The only way I would is if something that I could afford fully right now in cash and used. Yeah, and I haven't looked at car prices in a while because um I don't need a new car right now. I'm hoping pretty soon my house should be paid off. I'm hoping I don't need a new car until after the house is paid off, and my mortgage is really, really low. Like, the mortgage portion of it is $863, which is lower than most people's car payments. I'm very fortunate for that. I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. I'm aware of what a great deal that is. Um, but I'm hoping that, like, by the time I need a new car, I won't be making house payments anymore. All right. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head out today. I don't know how to end my live stream. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Local cabs or Prius and Mini have 500,000 miles on them. All right, we got to leave that as the pinned comment as we're heading out. 500,000 miles. This car could last me until it's time to retire. I've thought about that. So I'm 48. I've had the car for 13 years. I got it in 2013. Um, if it lasts, right? My last car lasted 300,000. So if this car lasted to 300,000 miles and it's taken me 13 years, 12 years, 12 or 13 years to get to 150,000 miles, it could take me another 12 or 13 years to get to 300,000 miles. This car could be the car that I have until I retire. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. All right. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time.